What's up guys, Bomboy here, and welcome to episode 2 of Time PVMer. In this episode we're actually going to do quite a lot of skilling, but it's mainly mining, and it won't fill that much of the video luckily. So as you can see here, we're just starting off with a raid. You know, it's hard for me to move away from raids, I really enjoy them, and so I do pop back to them quite a lot. But yeah, whilst this is kind of winding down with the Ulm here, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for the support that I got in the last video, and the one before it in fact. I've jumped up a whole heap of subscribers in the last month or so, and you know, it's really nice to see. I want to thank you guys a lot. So if you are new, thank you. If you are new and you haven't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. If you're enjoying the videos, feel free to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Obviously dislike it if you didn't enjoy it, but leave me some feedback and maybe I can fix it for you. But anyway, let's see what happens here. What is this? Raid 198, and I believe we're just going to start off with a cheeky little elite clue, and there it is, and some torstors. It's not bad. So here we go, we've got the casket for the elite clue. Let's see what we get. So, purple sweets, U-seed, summer pies, rune bars. It may seem like nothing, but the U-seed's good XP, and the summer pies I have a plan for. I mean, I think most people do this, but if you get to 87 agility, then you summer pie and do the Ardoon agility roof course, and I think it's slightly better XP. So I think that's the plan, and as you can see there, I've got like 193 of them or so, so you know, they're stacking up quite fast, and I'm not going to do that agility grind for a while. So here we are, you can just see in the bottom left there, my previous personal best is 107, and you can see the last kill was miles off that with the T-bow. And this is just going back to the point about last video where I was saying that the T-bow is kind of like really hit and miss, so it can either be amazing and you just string together like max hits like 50, 50, 48, you know. And it destroys all that, or you hit 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 forever, and the kills go on for about 3 minutes. Saying that, we're getting into this kill, and we're having some quite good luck. So this is only Zora's second phase, and he's already way below half health. Third phase, let's see if we can get any awesome luck. It started to slow down here, so I was kind of thinking it wouldn't be a personal best. I am still looking for one. But yeah, obviously Dexterous Prayer Score is going to be the thing that will push this into, you know, getting sub-minute personal bests, I think. So I'm really looking forward to that, because imagine, what would that be, like 40 Zora kills an hour maybe? If they were all a minute, if you could get it that consistent, but yeah, I don't know. So the new personal best, 1 minute 05, so we shaved off a whole 2 seconds. It doesn't seem like a lot, but, you know, it's kind of nice to have a new personal best. Haven't seen that for a long time. And as I said last video, I wanted to grind a dragon pickaxe, so obviously that's why I'm here at Venenatis. Now you might have some really weird questions, well they won't be weird questions, but you might wonder why I'm at Venenatis with the T-bow, instead of using the Verax method, which I can assure you is faster, from experience now. So with Verax, a few of the items can protect over the Verax flail because of its high aux price, and I've only got one Verax flail, and I really would rather not lose it. So if I ever got a magic seed drop or a dragon pick drop, I'd probably lose the flail if PK has happened to find me at that opportune moment. I really don't want to risk that. So I decided to come with range, and here's the T-bow. You can see it's incredibly inaccurate, but when it does sometimes hit, it can hit hard. It hits like 47, so it makes decent kind of work of Venenatis. But kills are about 5 minutes. So you may also wonder why I'm not using diamond bolts and that kind of thing. I did try the dragon crossbow with diamond bolts. Oh, we got a PKer. But yeah, so this happened a few times. This wasn't too bad. This one I just teleported out. But anyway, back to the dragon crossbow. Basically, those bolts are very expensive in terms of their GP value. They are harder to come by. I have to kill, you know, some pretty intense bosses to get those bolts. Well, the bolts instead. And so yeah, I kind of don't really want to use them here. Also, it more than triples my risk. If I come with double the amount of ammo of rune arrows, and then, so if I bring 200 arrows, I risk about 90k in this setup. If I bring 100 of the dragon diamond bolts, I risk like 297k. And bearing in mind the cost of losing those bolts in that time is painful too. But anyway, here we've got some PKers who caught us, and this was a little duo. I wasn't too worried about these guys, but, you know, the Ballista always is kind of a little bit, you know, scary. It can hit pretty hard. This is World 65, by the way, so he's risking that in here. But yeah, so I'm sure you're wondering why I'm running east, but I wanted Venenatis to hit them. So my idea was to try and do too much damage, but unfortunately I ran too far south, so I was hoping they'd just get wrecked by Venenatis, basically, but I ran too far south. I'm still in the middle of multi, and yeah, don't really have a great escape here, but still quite a lot of food. But then we have this hero turn up. Solo PKer, yes, I'm tank. I'm pretty sure I've seen him and PK'd with him in one of the streamers' kind of rev trips, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he came along and scared those two off, so I went back to the Venenatis kill, and he was happy to leave me alone. We had a little chat. But yeah, that was a nice little day. Sadly, because I let Venenatis hit those PKers, I will not get the loot, so, you know, I'm going to cut the clip here. Nothing dropped. It was a bit of a mistake. I should have just, like, not let them tank it, but I thought it might save my life. So yeah, as you can see there, again, T-bow takes a long time. These are about 5-minute kills, but we got some gold ore, we got an elite clue scroll, and, you know, we're up to 57 kills or thereabouts. Still no D-pick, or the treasonous or tyrannical ring. I can never remember which one's which. But yeah, quite a bit of loot there. So here's the elite. We've come back out of the wilderness to open it. And it's some decent alchables and dragon items. I kind of like that. I like stacking up those items, so, you know, the bank will one day look amazing. I'm kind of looking for that 1 bill alch tab like Curtis has done. I kind of like that. So we're back at Venenatis, and this was one of my most fun escapes. I was obviously kind of a bit unaware here, and they just snuck up on me from the south. Got the TB in. I've got very few supplies left, and there's 3 of them here, so I kind of was thinking something a bit drastic. And I thought the trees might be my best bet, which they obviously found very funny because I'm just staying straight in multi the whole way. I've missed the single strip. If I were to run straight south, I would have hit the single strip. But I feel like they would have been able to chase me for quite a lot of it, and I didn't have the food for that, so I had to try and just gap them and log out. And here we get down to 3 HP, and you're wondering maybe why I didn't brew. I don't have any more restores, so I didn't really want to do that. Not that I could have got smited for anything, but also I was paying a lot of attention to the distance they were at, as that was my goal, was to get the gap. And I knew that they'd lost it there, so yeah, I didn't heal up, and I logged out, and I was safe. Survived that one. And nowadays you can teleport after you've hopped as well, so the teleblock comes off. That's great. I've sped this clip up a little bit because this level 99 PKer, he's solo out here, and he's already had a go at me. You can see my food's already quite heavily hit there, and I just decided to walk back because he was being weak, and, you know, it was just like meh. So he tried to go for round 2, and this time I was being very careful. If you were paying a lot of attention, you would notice I didn't click on him at all. I've got auto retaliate on, and this may look like I'm the worst PKer in the world because I'm not clicking on him to attack here, but I'm doing that on purpose. You notice I'm right-clicking him a lot, and that's because I don't want to get skull tricked. I am just triple checking every single time, and I will only let the auto retaliate attack. I'm not going to lose this T-bow to a level 99, you know, bait. So yeah, I just kind of auto retaliated and let the T-bow just kind of tire him out, as it were, because he was doing so little damage. That was a fun little exchange there, and he gave up, and I go back to Venenatis and get my kill. It's kind of fun being in the wildy. I did miss it a bit when I was hardcore. But actually, being hardcore and doing that was, you know, adrenaline pumping. And here we go. Kill count 87. The fabled dragon pickaxe. That's a beautiful sight. That took a long time. This was like 4 or 5 days of my evening. So yeah, it took a long time, but we eventually got the dragon pickaxe, and we've now got the best item for doing the guardians at raids, and also mining our 92 mining grind. So that's what we're about to go for now. Right, so we're starting off with Motherlode Mine, and I'm just doing that because I needed, like, Venenatis had been very high focus, and I needed a day where I was just, like, not really focusing very much. And I do kind of find Motherlode Mine rather therapeutic, actually. I do enjoy it. So we're just mining here. We are almost at 82 mining. That should drop, I think, about, yeah, there we go, 82 mining. And that's a good start, but we've still got 10 levels to go, which, oh man, like, I'm recording over this, so this is the past when I recorded this. And to think that I'm still less than halfway through it. Oh my god. And I'm not even halfway through the levels, you know, the 10 levels. So that means I'm what, like a quarter of the grind to 92? Anyway, so here I needed to do some blast furnace, so I had to hand in these supply crates with armor in, and I've finally got 100% on all of the Courant houses. So I can go and lock that in, get the sweet little cutscene, and then everything is good. The game is unlocked on terms of the Courant side of things. So I'm quite pleased with that. I don't know why it's taken me so long, but honestly, the Lovakenge thing, I mean, all of them nowadays, they take no time. I think it was like 8 sets of the level 4 armor after 50% favor, and I was done. Maybe even like 6. It was very quick. This is the Lovakenge architect, so we're just going to talk to her to lock in the favor, and then once we've done that, we have to go back to the center of Courant, and then they will build the statue. So we'll see that cutscene in just a second. So here we finally are. This has been something that I've taken way too long to deal with, but there we go. There's all the architects together, and they're just going to agree to get to work and build our statue. There's quite a nice little cutscene. There's not that many cutscenes in RuneScape, I feel like. I know there's, there's a few like obvious and really massive ones, but yeah, I feel like having a odd little cinematic cutscenes actually makes it quite nice. I enjoy them, even though they might lock you in for a bit of time. But that is the Architectural Alliance completed, and that's awesome. So now we're in for a few raids. I still, I struggle to say no, basically. They are my favourite piece of content at the moment. So yeah, Death Runes and another Elite. And I believe I'll be saving that Elite for next week for you guys. Yeah, so I've done a couple this week. I try and slow them down because with raids, you get Elites very regularly. Oh, I don't know, I do. But there's my first Blast Furnace collection, and it didn't quite level me up. I was quite surprised. So I understood that, you could keep going with this for quite some time. What I didn't really know was that the bags would fill up eventually and you couldn't keep going. So yeah, that was 167k XP or something, nearly level 83, but 2 mil worth of ores there, 130 odd rune ore, that's amazing. But here's number 2, 158k, bit less XP this time, bit less rune ore too, and then we'll chuck it in the price check, but we got 83 mining, so we're making progress. And if we chuck it in the price check, it's just a little bit less this time, a bit less rune ore, and so it's 1.8 mil, but it's still very nice. This is number 3, and I've already done some mining at Motherlode Mine to make sure that I level up on this collection, so there we go, another 158 or so XP, KXP I should say, and there's 84 mining, so another level towards 92. It's going to be such a long road. I worked out it's something like 120 hours of mining, and that's if I'm efficient, and sometimes I'm not. But it's another 1.8 mil. This is the cheapest one yet, and that's the last of the blast mining we did for this week. I've been back at Motherlode Mine for quite a lot of the last 3 days. I think I've been very busy, so I've just managed to squeeze out another level here, and then one more ore, exactly one more ore. There we go. We've got 85 mining, so we can now officially mine rune ore, which is awesome. So if I ever need rune ore, I can do it. That's enough of me rambling about that. We are now using the Twisted Bow at Brutal Black Dragons, and the reason is I was bored of mining. I hit 85 and I spent way too long just sitting there staring at either my phone or the computer mining at Motherlode Mine. So I wanted to go and AFK something where I could feel very powerful, and these were the perfect candidates. Like, trying these guys out with a Twisted Bow is insane. I was hitting 64s, 67s, 68s, I think, with Void on. I only use Void for one trip because it's definitely worse. But with the T-Bow and 99 range, I was taking 1 dose of Prayer Potion, 1 pot of Prayer Potion, 1 sip of Anti-Fire, and 1 sip of Ranging Potion per trip. And I was only needing like 1 or 2 Monkfish if I made a mistake where I was standing. But yeah, you'd fill the inventory before the Anti-Fire ran out. It was beautiful. and they make such good money. Like, this is crazy. It's very, very fun. But that's it. That's my little kind of outro for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it, as always. And thank you everyone who stuck around. And thank you for everyone who subbed and liked any videos and commented. I do like seeing your comments, and, you know, I'm quite happy to read them and reply. But yeah, if you've got any good ideas for places for me to use the twisted bow, because I'm kind of lacking, you know, I kind of had to look up a list just to kind of have a bit of fun. I know Cerberus and stuff like that will be great, but I'll have to use them on Slayer tasks, which I'm waiting till I get the Dexterous Prayer Scroll for. So yeah, that's it for this week's video. Again, thank you for all the support. So yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll see you on RuneScape. Take it easy. Peace.